One of life's facts is that so much of the world operates according to mathematical rules. Functions will definitely come to life when we find uses for the functions in the real world. Functions are the mathematical building blocks used in the design of machinery, the prediction of natural disasters, treatment of diseases, even the flight of airplanes. In mathematics, we know function is a relationship between two sets of elements in which no element in the first set relates to more than one element in the second set. Functions are mathematical representations of many input-output situations. We have already learned basic aspects of functions. Now, let us look at the different types of functions from set A to B to know whether the relation is a function or not. There are four types of functions: one-one function, many-one function, onto function, one-one and onto function. Let's look at the first type of mapping, which is one-to-one mapping. We have set A with elements x and y, set B with elements p and q. When can we say that the relation from set A to B has one-to-one mapping? We can say that when each element in the range is an image of exactly one element in the domain. Here, the domain has elements x and y. Range has elements p and q. So, we see that P is the image of one element, that is x. Similarly, Q is the image of one element y. One person having one passport, and the passport can only be used by one person. This is an example of one-to-one mapping. Also remember, another name for one-one mapping is injective function. Let's move on to the next type of mapping, that is many-one mapping. Here is the arrow diagram. Set S represents the set of students. Set G represents the grades obtained by students in subject mathematics. Notice, two students S2 and S3 share the same grade A in mathematics. That is, S2 and S3 has the same image. That is grade A. In simple words, two or more elements in the domain maps to only one single element in the codomain. Relation between employee organization, relation between player team, relation between states and country are also examples categorized under many-to-one mapping. Let's now discuss the next concept, that is onto function. Set P represents a collection of people living in some places, while set S represents a set of states. Some sort of relationship happens between these two sets. Here is the arrow diagram. Here, every element in set S is the image of some element in set P, or we can say every element in set S has a pre-image. You can see pre-image of Kerala is P1. Pre-image of Karnataka is P2 and P3. Likewise, pre-image of AP is P6. Such type of mapping is called onto or surjective mapping. In onto mapping, no element in set S should be left without mapping. Also, when a function f is defined from set P to set S is onto if and only if the range of F is equal to set S. Now, come to the last set of mapping. This type of mapping is actually a combination of one-to-one mapping and onto mapping. Therefore, it is also called a bijective function. Set W represents a set of writers. Set B represents books written by writers. Here is a arrow diagram. Here, each element in set W has an image in set B. At the same time, every element in set B is the image of some element in set W. That is, image of W1 is BB, image of W2 is BA, and the image of W3 is BC. Thus, the uses of functions are everywhere and we encounter them frequently in our daily lives. Now, let's have a quick recap of what we have discussed in this section.
Manorama Horizon. Learning made simple.